YouTube, it's Free Spirit Ranch here, and today I'm finally going to go through my models as a little collection tour. And just a quick little, just before I get started and start rambling, I'm going to be giving you their renames, as in what I named them. So if there's a horse that you see that you don't know the name of, like the Breyer name or the original name, I leave the time frame and I can get back, hopefully get back to some of you. Yeah, and there's gonna be a lot of jumps. There's gonna be a lot of pauses in this video, only because I'm cheating and I'm using my phone, an app that I have listed all of my horses' names. So I'll be using that. So if I mess up, I'll be pausing and restarting. So it'll be a lot of jumps, but I will try to make it as fluid as I possibly can. I in total have about 300, I think 360 now, around there. So that's really exciting, and there's no way I'd remember all their fancy names that I gave them, so I've written it all down. So before I make this too long, let's get started. Okay, let's start up here in this fancy little dark corner. This is my random assortment of animals and 2 random horses shelf. Let's start over there on the far left. That is Henry the Hereford. Sir Henry the Hereford. That is Dolly Brahma. That is Lily and Lolly. Asshat. That is Two Horn. The glossy handsome man is Agarwane. And that is Burgunda. On this next shelf, there's a lot of browns in that corner, but that is Fayash, that is Shaka Khan, Razordor, Desan, King of the Wind, River. Then we have Captain, yep, that's Captain. That is Azeroth, back there in the corner. That is Fuego. Journey. That is Cahoots, the big Cahoots. And then my gypsies, I have Frozen, Frost, or Frosty. I have Monarch in the middle, and then I have Alaster Wolf Collar or Alaster. Then these 2 little mares are Saray, and then the white is Elowin the Wild. Prince of the Woodland Realm or Legolas is right there. That is Dark Before Dawn, Conquistador, Severus, El Mariachi, and Picasso, who has no new name. Sorry about my lighting as well. I have to this room is really dark, so I have to use this really bright light on these horses, so there's a lot of white. But then now we're gonna do this shelf. So back there in the far corner with my Peter Stones, this is starting my Peter Stones. That is Oakenshield, the draft, Oakenshield. Next, for the Arabians, we have Aladdin, Everything You Want, or Romeo. The really white horse in my video, which is actually pink, that is River. Next we have Prince of Persia, or Destan. That is Zahara, who's actually a custom resculpt into a Bay Arabian mare. It's a Peter Stone. Then we have the Ishes, I guess is what they're called. We have Wild West. We have Shogun, Arapaho, which is the Appaloosa. That pretty thing is actually blue. He's blue and black. He's fantastic. That's a Wakanda. That's a little mare. Then we have Lazy Loper or Loper. Then we have Ollivander right there. Go Man Go, which has no new name. That is Going for Blues or Blue. That is Twilight's Durango or Durango. The little mares right there, that is Lady Nova and Avada. Avada is the unicorn. Now my Shires. That's Adwale. That's right, Adwale. That's Prince Caspian of Winterfell or Casper. That is Theoden, the King of Rohan right there, or we call him Rohan. And that is Dementor's Kiss. And that's Little Bear. He's fancy. He's on the bear shelf instead of the animal shelf. Next on this little short shelf, we have, that's actually an extra on the far wall. The next one to it is the exact horse, but that horse is named Kaliska. The horse in the blanket is Iroquois. The next one is Dice. Then my adioses, that is Long Shot, Whiplash, Backfire, and Captain Champagne. These little cute ladies are my Peter Stone weanlings. So we have, oh, wrong way. Armentintia, who's an Appaloosa, but her spots are hearts, because that's fantastic. That is Chocolate Swirl or Oreo. That is Lightfoot, and then that little pretty golden horse in the back is Elu. So my silvers are kind of compact right here in this really strange corner of the shelf. Let's see if I can... The paint Pegasus model is Tundril. This guy in the front paint, the Tractor Supply horse, is Rafiki. This horse is Matrix, but I called him Dreamweaver. Then the Appaloosa Pegasus model is Nuka. And I actually have an extra of the Matrix. I have an extra of the Paint Pegasus and the Appaloosa Pegasus, so they're not named, they're just extras. Okay, let's see. Let's see, this is... The glossy Appaloosa is Anik Gadam. That is Kovu there in the middle. The black and white paint is Wild and Rudy, or Rudy. Next for my rearing, or fighting stallions or something like that. I don't remember what they're called. Okay. This is Kayamichi, Bone Crusher, Cloud, and then Owashita. This is Holiday Maestro, or Maestro. That is Donsu. Now for my Indian ponies, that's Miyakota. That is Bo. That is Dark Side of the Moon, or Moon right there. That is Ayita. And then we're gonna do the rest. This is Rising to Fame, or Elvis. And then Ruckus. Sorry. That is Alduin and Chosovi. That is Red, Arrow, Northern Star or North. The Bay is High Step, High Class or High Step. That is Rosalind or Rose. And then over here in this really dark, really bright, awkwardly bright corner, that is Prince, Tornado, Riken, No Name Extra, White Horse. That is Cimarron, Blackie, and Laker. Now we're gonna go down a shelf for my silvers, down to the wall. Let's see, this is starting with my bluegrasses. Let me think. Oh, that's Rue, the Blue Diamond or Diamond. That is Saren Song's Galaxy Quest or Saren Song, and that is an extra bluegrass. These ladies are Vanya, Alea, and Kikyo. Then this is Kinda, Little Lady, and extra Clydesdale. This is Sir Gentry's Charge Battalion, or Gentry. That's Jay Timberlake. This is Ragnarok, Sunny Boy, and Zodiac. Takala, Charmello, and Vix. That's Oa Dame or Dame, Kithaeron, and Ladies Man or Gent. Then for these awkward folk, that is Rowdy, Touche, and Monty. That is an extra buckshot. Then that is Calypso and Scarlet. That is, let me think. This one doesn't have a name. That is Creek and Delilah. That is Mohi and Seabiscuit. This is an awkward corner. And that is an extra Indian horse with a broken ear. Next we jump across the room to this shelf that's messy above my window. These are just awkward horses that don't really have two, or like, there's doubles, but there's not three or more. Except these awkward ladies, because I have nowhere else to put them. Okay, starting with the far left medicine hat, that is Honey, Siren, that's Aphrodite or Ro, that's Dante's Inferno or Dante, that is Inca, the Spanish horse right there. The cow horse is Spinning Like a Nader or Nader, that is Sarah, that is I don't even think he has a name, to be honest. I just call him Big Man. Okay. There's Pongo, Dinosaur, Rivorn, Cascadia, Ballerine, or Ballerine, I think. That is Spotastrophe or Astro. That is Rogue. That is Magistrate and Cinnamon. The little paint is Bilbo Baggins of Baggins. That is Luna Lovegood. That is Demir. Those four are awkwardly unnamed because they're just awkward. That is Celtic. And that is Dark Ironhide. Or no, that's Dark Metal Ironhide or Ironhide. And then that one is Trouble Dashed with Handsome or Trouble. And then I will move over that way to get the last couple. So for my hooks, there is Quaker, there is Chocolate Valentine, there is Crook and Creek, yep, that is Crook and Creek, that is Seether, Mystified or Mystery, and then the one at the very end is Thendolin, yeah, Thendolin. Okay, for this dark shelf here with the awkward above the lamp lighting. Down there is Tandem, Astri, Fenestra, Outlander, Raven, Gift from the Sea or Era. That is Hale and Hakan or Hakan. That is Rowan. That is Gold Charm, Fine and Dandy or Dandy. That is Wishful Thinking or Blackfoot. That is Tigera. That is Grenier Warframe or Grenier. That's Snow Flurry, Upendi, Bucket Jets right there in the middle. And then that is Wyome and Tua. So this shelf has an assortment of classics and random ponies and random things that I just keep. And then these are my traditional ponies that I did name. So this is Magi, Sputnik, and that's Pumpernicki right there. These are two guys. This is Charleston and an extra. Let's see. That one has no name. This one is Ayashi, Golden Girl, Hop and Skippy or Skippy. This is Zaboom. This is my unnamed Fjord. This is Thorn or Conceal. That is Jingle, Diamond, Misty, Poppy, and then it goes Feely and Keely. And then back there in the back are my mules. That is Milton and Gandalf. Next I'll be doing my favorite wall of the room, which is my Conga wall, which has 4 or more only on it. We will start with my American Saddlebreds. Down at the far wall, that is a custom. His name is Kalu. Next is Tonic. That is Ramey's Whiskey. This is another custom. That is Irish Whiskey or Irish. My last guy is Gin. Now for my Andalusian Stallions. That is Mischief Managed. Brimstone, or Brim. The pink ribbon horse has no new name. That is Pegasus. That is Viking's Last Powerful Siege, or Viking. That is Valor. And this is a custom that I named Breath of the Wild, or Night Fury. Okay, now for my two centerpieces, my Pegasi. This is Leviosa, and that's Rio de Janeiro. That is a tiny China that got blessed to be at the top row. He's very breakable, so I decided to put him up there. Now for my strapless, that is Moonstone, Rhiannon, Lightfoot, and then this name is kind of hard to pronounce, but it's Lara Oro, or Lara Oru, however you want to pronounce it. Now for my Othellos, that is Expecto Patronum, Greymaned, Yorland, Grindelwald, and then I have two Fox Valley Olivers, but one is Noxian and then one is an extra. Those are two Benduras. This one is actually a glossy Bendura, as you can see he's really shiny, so they have no new names. That is Ghost, D'Artagnan, a glossy Saffron, and then the actual regular Saffron is named Elias. In my Marawaris, I have Lokesh, Raz Al Ghul, that is Arif, that's Dancer, and that's Ka'atal. Now for my Arabian mares, that is Kaiwa, who's the Color Crazy Paint version. That is a Yar. That is Suncatcher. That is my extra Decision, and that is my other Decision, that's Beta. And then that is Kawi. And then I'll do the babies next. So I do not have the solid color Crazy Mare, but I do have an extra full, the solid version. That is Aeolos. That is the paint marking one is Ianos. This one is Anam. That is Spyro. That is, let me think. That is Vlasilios. And then the little Appaloosa is Creon. And I have an extra Decision, but I do not have an extra Leaf Fire. Now for my Mustang mare Conga. That is a custom Appaloosa. Her name is Arakoa. That is Kiwi Dinook, which is Win. That is Silver Moon. That is Sassy and Classy. That is Koahoma and Nevermore. Then my Marabellas. That's Elowin, Lumos, Vive Noir, Busul, Anya, and Equinox. Now for my Zippos. That is Scarface, Kick and Dust or Dust. That is Quick Gun Slinger or Gunner. That is Crackin' the Whips or Whiplash. And that's Shootout Gentry or Shooter, but he's wearing his halter completely wrong. Don't know what's going on there. Next we have Burning Legionnaire, Stone Cold or Snowman, Lexington, Kachina, My Fair Sir or Sir. This is Honiahaka or Little Wolf. Then for my Smart Chicks, it's one of my largest congas. That is Tallahassee, the American Gambler or Gambler. That's Tombstone, Taurus, Hanovi, Kocoum, and Extra. That is a custom I named Skunk. That is Wyatt Earp, Star Trek or Trek. That's my glossy Big Checks to Cash, who I named Jarvasker. That is Tarzan. That is a custom Blue Roan I named Dreamcatcher or Catcher, and that is New Moon. This is a Yappy. That's the Count of Monte Cristo. That is the Dark Lady Sylvanas Windrunner or Windrunner. That is Syrinx. That is Fleet Silver, and that is Sultan. Next, downward, that is Secretariat, who has no new name. That is Nartal. That is my glossy goodness, Cyber Silver Ruin, or Cyber. That is Nebek, and that is Marok. Now I'll be going through my other largest Conga, which is my Nakotas. This is Captain America, Deathly Hollows, Etzila, a Yakashi, who's the original Nakota behind the flag there. That is Mowgli. That's my Glossy Pop the Cork, who I named Tomoe. That is Inuyasha. That is a Yakashi. That is my extra Nakota, who doesn't have another name. That is Tenseiga, who's behind the flag. And then we have Sesshomaru. Then we have Tetsaiga. For my Arabian Stallions, this is Razhir. This is Halesh Ha'il, or Ha'il. This is Zathra Realm Keeper, or Zathra. And that is Count Mondego. Now for these fancy guys, there is Shootout, Mesco, Whirlwind, Mukte, that is Nomad, and Vesti. Far to the right, we have In Honor, Ranger, Out of the Chute, or Roper. That is John Marston. That is Crow. Boone County Outlaw, or Outlaw. Next is my Benz. That is Kevin Bacon. Yes, like the actor. That is Rain Dance, Kai. That's Twilight. And Pep the Peppa, who I need to rename, but that's just kind of sticking. Then now for my lady phases. Sorry, I'm on a rolly chair. That is the Red Queen, or Pepsi. That is Low Down and Dirty, or Miss. That is I'm a Fancy Lady, or Lady. That is Enola. That is Hiana, Galaxy, Tomahawk. Her name is Wild, for now. She's a custom. That is Ksenia, or Sin. That is Sequoia. That's actually my golden Appaloosa, who was my holiest girl forever, and I achieved her at this Breyer Fest. She doesn't have a new name. And that is Miss Nuisance. Now for the last bit of this shelf. This is Arno. Arno, Altair, Ezio, and Kenway. And then it goes Amira, Amina, Asiya. That is a custom blue roan named Azal. That is an extra. And then down there at the very end in the dark corner is Amal. So back here along my back wall above my vet barn, I have this really small shelf of boxed horses, and I actually did name them because I plan on opening them someday if I keep them. Like, I've kept them for like 2 years in the box and I just can't stand it any longer. So if I ever do open them, I have named them. So the one in that box is Moonshine. That one in that box is Queen's Cavalry, or Cavalry. The Trick Rider is Ninovan. And then that Paul Revere's horse is Midnight Ride, or Midnight. The foal is actually Sun's Flare. That's a classic with no name, and that's a bull with no name, and that's a Santa Claus. So then we're gonna jump down here into my barn. I actually have 3 extra models in here that are just extras. I have an extra Win. I have an extra Lady Face short tail paint version, and then I have an extra Cochise. These are my last shelves in front of the window, and I'm going to try my best to make it to where you can see them. Looks like this angle is pretty good, so I'm kind of at an awkward angle, but at least you can see them. That is Gala, who actually looks really nice in front of a window. This is a custom. His name is Skip Dance and Tango. He's a custom after my real horse, who you can't see, that's fine. This is my Copper Fox, Quito. This is Kestra Moore, the elk. And that's American Pharaoh, who has no new name. And then here's some random stablemates, and there's some tiny clinkies. And then down here I have a whole shelf of classic babies that I have not named. And then my row of stablemates. I actually only collected stablemates for like this year, so I actually have quite a bit of stablemates for me. Okay, and then it starts down here with my traditional foals, and I have an extra shelf of classics, or not classics, oh my gosh, stablemates. So I'll start in the back there. That is War Paint. Well, Speckle Me Fancy, or Speckle. That is Sunray. That's Arufel, Storm Song, Inzel, and that is an extra Dakota. Now for these handsome little guys. That is Olaf, Cadavra, Daydreamer or Dreamer, and that is Charmer. Now these are my laying down foals. That's Winnie, Jim and Neo, Sparkle Like My Diamonds or Sparkly, and that is Era, and that is Sunrise. Now for my last shelf of traditionals. These guys just kind of had nowhere to go. Those are really tall, those are really long, they didn't fit on my shelves, and those are just awkwardly there. So we have Apple, Cinnamon, and Chileli. We have Masri, Farron, and Kali Master or Kali. We have Flash and Dollar Signs or Dollar. That's Frostbite or Frost, who's also wearing his halter wrong. And that is Star Dancer. And then right there is one of my last Peter Stones. Her name is Amara. These are my last piece of traditional foals. I'm gonna go kind of fast, so. Okay, that is Queenie. That's Sparrow and Ragnarok, or Nar. I think that's what I call him, his Nari. That is Dr. Pepper, Renaissance, Whoa Fella or Whoop. The Appaloosa is Potawatomi. That's Honeyduke. That's Ladies Man or Dash. That is an extra of Moondance. These two don't have names. That is Nico, Sun's Ray, R-A-Y instead of R-A-E, because I actually have two Sunrays. That is Zila and Duke. That's Sea Star, Wave. That is Stormy or Storm. That is Bucky. And that's Midnight. And then down there at the very bottom, we have a little bit of both, or Sundance is the Pentaloosa. The Appaloosa is Desan. Oh, and that's Smoke. That is Checkmate. And then for my Clydesdales, that's Chips, Coco, Kukaniwi, and that's an extra blue bow. For my suckling foals, I have, my voice sounded really strange right there. For my suckling foals, I have Sphinx, Rhyme is the medicine hat, and then Jester. This one is, the scratching foal is Cups of Sugar. This is Kia's Quick Thinking or Ka. That's Enola. That is Sinopa. That's an oldie but goldie that doesn't have a name. This is Flash, and then I have an extra Footloose. So these guys I literally just got in the mail. They'll be in my unboxing video. but I did name them. So this is one of my new guys that I just got. He's a Peterstone Golden Nugget, which I have not named yet. This is Bombay. This is a Storm's a Bruin or Storm Cloud. And this is Azan, which is Nutsy. There you go, Azan. And then down here in the stuff, I actually have some extra models. I have a Nazarene in the box, I have that brass cat in the box, I have 2 extra Alborozo, an extra Bonanza horse, and then I have an extra Winter horse, and that is a Rugged Lark signed, still in the box. I can't believe I got through this video in one piece. Just gonna be honest. Thanks for watching. It's taken me a long time to rename every single model in my collection. It's always been a childhood dream of mine, and I actually achieved that this year, 2018. So every single model is renamed to something I chose. So thanks so much for watching my first collection tour. I hope to just start doing them at least once a year after Breyer Fest or after Christmas, probably in the New Year's. So thanks so much for watching.